For my job shadow presentation, I chose to job shadow my Aunt Donna, who is the CEO of downtown Charlottetown. Donna's job is to work downtown with many different private-owned businesses, companies, restaurants, and more. Donna's goal is to help these businesses flourish, as well as improve tourism, enhance the rich history found in Charlottetown, as well as to make PEI an inviting place to all visitors and guests. She works with the people of Prince Edward Island to help create exciting features like the Love Locks, the Fox Story Walk, and Eckert in the City Scavenger Hunt. Going into this, I'm honestly not sure what to expect, but I think that it's going to be a really interesting job, and I'm super excited to see what she has for me to do. My plan for today is to go downtown with Donna, to visit her office, as well as visit City Hall, meet the mayor and deputy mayor, and walk around downtown to see all the projects and to help with some upkeep and cleaning of her projects. I think that this job will be largely sitting at a desk or working through meetings to help enhance the features of downtown Charlottetown. Since Donna is the CEO of her company, I'm super excited to see all the things she does on a daily basis, as well as to meet people that she's often in contact with, including the mayor and deputy mayor, as well as to tour around City Hall and just walk around downtown Charlottetown. I think that this is going to be a really great opportunity and a super cool experience, so I'm really excited to see what she has in store for me today. To start my day with Donna, we arrived at the office where she gave me a quick tour before we headed off for lunch. Over lunch, we discussed our plans for the day and all the cool things she does around town. We then headed back to the office and met her staff. Donna's team consists of 3 other hardworking women who help her run the office and make sure everything's going smoothly. After a short stop at the office, it was time to go around town where she showed me all of her projects. Donna takes pride in her city, so she also showed me around the Confederation Center of the Arts. In this beautiful hall, she also holds meetings with up to 40 people. She showed me many different displays of art as well as the art gallery where we met some of her friends. We then kept walking around town where she showed me her Eckhart project. Around downtown, there are 9 little mice that you can find using her scavenger hunt guide. Here we can see one of her wooden nutcrackers, which are only supposed to be left out at Christmas. She sells these to businesses and they decorate them as team projects. These can be found all around downtown. Next, she showed me the library, which she helped to design and plan over the last 7 or 8 years. Here we can see part of the Fox Story Walk, which is an innovative design using a story about Ringo the Fox that takes you on a tour downtown and meet all of his friends. Here's another example of Eckhart. We then arrived at City Hall for a meeting with the mayor and deputy mayor. We checked in at security before heading upstairs. This part of the building was a somewhat new addition and wasn't part of the original City Hall. When we met up with the mayor at the end of the hall, he then took us on a tour around the office. The mayor showed me around while also teaching me about all the things he does in the government.
And you can see 10 desks for 10 counselors. Office of the mayor's up here.
Mr. Brown surely had lots to talk about, and he loved showing me around the office. He had a very interesting sense of humor, and here's he showing me a painting of a city clerk. He, the deputy, and my aunt had some interesting conversation.
I recognize only one famous painter, and that's Paul Allan. I don't know if you've met him.
Paul Allan is my uncle who made all the gorgeous paintings in my aunt's office.
I knew we weren't.
Here we were in the mayor's office where we had lots of conversation about things going on around town. Here he was showing me how his family had history through the provincial government. On our way out, we then took a back entry which is no longer used, that was the original entry to City Hall. Both the mayor and the deputy were saying how much they love this entrance and how original it is. The deputy was even talking about how they could just put a security desk at the front door and have it used again. This was the original bell from downtown. We then continued to walk downtown and even stopped at Paul's office. That little tree was my aunt's orange tree, which has sadly yet to bloom, but I was told that there was once a tangerine taped to it as a joke. Here we are entering Boulder Park. Donna said that Boulder Park was like a little hidden gem and not very many people know the actual history behind it. With Confederation, each province sent off a boulder that was placed here in the birthplace of Confederation. One of the coolest things about this job shadow was seeing how my family was involved in downtown. This yellow building was originally a barn that was converted by my great-grandparents. They were one of the original shops on Peaks Key, which is now owned by other people. Donna loves dogs, so of course we had to stop to pet some dogs along the way. Here you can see another example of Eckert in the city. We realized that his nameplate was missing, so we talked to the office to get a new one printed. As well as when we were at this Fox Walk, we realized that the flower needed paint. This purple house was also the house that Donna grew up in. This is one of Donna's change meters. The goal of the change meters is that people will donate money and the money will get into the right people's hands. We of course had to stop for ice cream before heading back to the office again. Here I am with the CEO of Downtown Charlottetown. And we're going to do the interview portion. So first off, what was your original career pathway?
In grade 4, when I was asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, where the boys were saying truck drivers and the girls were saying nurses, I said I want to be boss. So that was my goal.
Okay. What education and skill did you require for this job?
You absolutely have to study business, and as I say to people that I hire, 80% of the job is personality and willingness to meet, greet, and engage with people.
Okay. What caused you to choose this career?
I wanted something that was flexible. I wanted to get back to the community. I wanted to work with people, and I wanted to make sure that our downtown thrived and was enhanced as much as we could, and that we're always welcoming to guests and tourists.
Wow. Okay. What are both positive and negative parts to this job?
Being in a position like this, and the CEO of a not-for-profit, is very much like being an entrepreneur, which means that you have to be everything to everyone, and you have to be 24/7 and willing to be so. So although some would consider that the downside, I would consider it the norm. But the best part of the job is that I can impact positively in my downtown, into my community, and I can make changes that couldn't be made in any other level of government.
How do you balance your both work life and home life?
I don't. I do 100% of both to the best of my ability, and sometimes someone loses and one wins and vice versa, but it all works out.
Okay. What's your typical workday schedule look like?
I leave the house every day at 7:30 after I've checked all my records and my agenda and made any calls that I need to do, so that I know what I'm going to do when I come in and greet my staff and start the day. I hit my priority list, which never really gets touched, but added to on a daily basis.
Okay. And why is this job so interesting to you?
My job in particular is really interesting because I get to do a little bit of everything with all 4 levels of government and community and entrepreneurs and business and commerce, and I can pretty much set my day as far as what I want to do, and it's always different every day, but it's always good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Here we are on our way out of the office. I had so much fun today with Donna, and I'm so grateful for this experience. I was able to learn so much about her job and how government works. I think that if given the opportunity, I would do this job because you're given the opportunity daily to help people and make a difference throughout our cities. Through this job shadow experience, I learned that companies like Downtown Charlottetown Inc. are able to enhance the overall appearance and enjoyment had in our cities. They're working with different levels of government, different organizations, as well as local businesses and restaurants. I think that the one misconception I had about this job was that it wasn't going to be as hands-on as it was. I didn't realize quite how often Donna associated with other people and worked with different businesses, but it truly is a hands-on job. I think that the job shadow experience can be very helpful in choosing a career because it helps show you different career paths and ways you can go in life and how those jobs really are. That's it. Thanks for watching. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna laugh. It's fine. I'll change that. Okay, I got this.